Hi guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson. We're going to go 2 more times back to the well in the series on busting through plateaus. And this time, Adam, we gotta kind of circle back to where we started, which is the metabolic effect. We've gone through all of the tangible, concrete things that we can affect before we cut calories, but there is an effect of metabolism. You said this in the very first episode, that over time in a calorie deficit, through survival mechanisms, your metabolism, and it's a good thing, will start to down-regulate. So next episode, we'll talk about how to adjust calories and so forth. But do you notice, at what certain times of a person's dieting experience or journey do they start seeing some very noticeable slowdowns in their metabolism that may need to be addressed?
Yeah, definitely it's hard to say because everyone's ready at such different times. But at the end of prep, you severely see that slowdown, not only just because, body fat cells are so minimal now. There's not a whole lot body fat to lose like there was in the beginning of prep. So that doesn't even mean it's a hormonal thing. It's just the act of you dieting. There's just so much less to lose that progress, losing, a pound could be a large percentage of your existing fat stores left at this point in the game. So I think you just always kind of see that at the end. Also, as you diet down, your thyroid becomes less optimal because you've been dieting so long. That's just one of the survival mechanisms. Also, your testosterone typically lowers. And then one of the big things that I think we don't think about, but this is just how deep this metabolic adaptation goes. The brain fog during prep, like the act of you not even thinking as clearly, is a metabolic adaptation. You're burning less calories just thinking, breathing, surviving than you were before. And another thing is, like you said, people just don't get off the couch as much. Maybe they used to go shopping on Saturday. They stopped doing all the things they used to do because there's an energy crisis.
Yeah, man, I think you just covered everything. You got all the points in there, that do converge into metabolic adaptation. And some of the things that we can do to combat that, as you're mentioning with NEAT, non-exercise activity, is to, and I've seen people do this, they set alarms on their phone and say, okay, I'm gonna go take a 5-minute walk, or I'm gonna make sure I get my 10,000 steps a day, even though I'm dieting, and they do everything they can to know they're combating that. But you still just have to respect the fact that this is happening. Like I said in a previous episode, it's very common now for a lot of people to be checking their endocrine system, seeing how far their testosterone is dropping. I've seen clients, even blood work of your clients, Adam, that you sent to me, their thyroid stimulating hormone is really fluctuating differently, when they're deep into a calorie deficit. And so some of that stuff is just absolutely normal. And the fact that you're getting enough sleep, you're training hard, you're eating high quality foods is how you buffer all those effects. But it's still simply going to happen because now, besides all of that down regulation, you're smaller, you're less weight, you have, you're becoming healthier because of the extra cardio you're probably doing. And so your body just doesn't need to burn as many calories, and that's actually a healthy thing. So we're going to talk next time about the fact that we do have to adjust food once in a while, but is there any last bits of advice or things that you do just to try and keep metabolism as high as possible, Adam?
Just letting people know to recognize the fact that your body's natural function is going to want to move less and do less just to survive. And that's perfectly normal. But recognize the fact that, that is a possibility. Try to keep moving. Sometimes when you're feeling super tired, the best thing you can do is, like you said, go for a walk, get your heart rate up. It'll actually wake you up. Versus like maybe grabbing a cup of coffee, which doesn't really do much for you on a metabolic standpoint.
Yeah, that's an absolutely important point, that you can actually feel better and feel more energy just by making sure you stay active. So All right, guys, we are closing in. Final episode coming up next. We're going to talk about, finally, if you do need to adjust your calories or your macros, first go through that entire list, every single topic we talked about in these episodes, but you will have to make some changes. So come back next time and we will show you how in Contest Prep University.